go, that's it. Come on, right hand down. Come on. Hold it.
You told me, come on.
Yeah, it's all right. No damage done.
Headlines.
That's all right. He's not here, is he? I mean, I'll tell him that he drove in the back of you. Yeah, I'll give us a quid. Thanks so much. Enjoy the match.
Oi! Hey! You're blocking the road up!
Just providing a service, that's all, mate.
Bloody service. No bloody service to us, is it? People that live down here.
Don't be so narrow. Have a thought for others. Consider their predicament.
And what's this? Help the aged? What aged?
Well, we're two of them here.
You're all of them, if I know you. And how long's he been in that chair? He was down at Derby and Joan Club last night, tangoing and trying to get his leg over with a merry widow.
Yeah, well, no, disabled him, wasn't it? But why don't you clear off and let us go on with our work, eh? You're only jealous because you never thought of it yourself. There's all these streets round here laying empty, football round the corner. You've got to show a bit of entrepreneurialism, mate. You want to make a few bob and get on in this world. So over there, that's it. That's it. You've got to be with it, mate. You'll be where it's at. Hold on.
Mr. Garnett! Mr. Garnett! More trouble. I want to park my car!
Yeah, sorry, but I've got a few here before you, mate.
I live there!
Yeah, I know that, but I can't show no favouritism.
First come, first served.
That's right.
This is my bloody house!
Yeah, I know. It's a shame, innit?
You've been here 5 minutes ago, that space was empty. I protect that space with crates. I put my crates out every football day. Yeah, but you're not allowed to, are you? Not by rights. This is a public highway. People pay their road tax and they're entitled to use it.
That's right. Only people who stop anyone parking is the police.
Exactly. Right, well, I'm getting the police. I'm going to have the police on you.
Take the notice of him, mate. Come
Oh,
on.
no, you don't. Move that chair out of the road or I'm going to run it over.
You just dare. You just dare, mate. You run over this chair and I'll ram you with it. Yes, I say.
Look, I am warning you.
You're warning me. You're warning me. I'm warning you, mate. You don't frighten me.
I am not bluffing. Look, move that chair out of the road or I'm going to run it down.
Oh, yeah. I'll dare you. I'll dare you. I'll dare you.
Right, you've asked for it. You've asked for it.
Watch out now. Watch out. Oh, he don't frighten me.
Well, he does me. I don't want to end up in this thing permanent.
I want to park my car. Get a move on then. Oi, stick it in there. Yeah, but he won't move his bloody wheelchair.
I'm saving this spot for this gentleman here.
Oh, it's you again, is it, Mr. Garnett? Listen, I'd put something in your milk if it wasn't for Mrs. Hollenbury might drink it.
Yeah, and never mind about Mrs. Hollingbury. I'm going to put something in your milk. I'm going to creep over one morning and I'm going to put arsenic in it.
Oh, yeah. I've got witnesses to that, don't you worry. I've got friends down this street, mate. Right? I'll see a solicitor. I'll name names.
He will? Yeah, you have a letter.
Right, I'll have a letter.
He'll have a letter. Put in the bank if anything happens to
put
him.
it in the bank.
To be opened on demise for question autopsy. Yeah.
Right.
You'll be cut open, and you'll be all in it.
Right, I'll have you. I'll reach out from the grave and grab the lot of you.
Alf,
Right. It's all right, Michael, not you. I wouldn't incriminate you. I know who my friends are.
it's kick-off in 10 minutes.
Oh, right, yeah. You grab the wheelchair.
Hang on out.
And I'm starting a paper round next week.
A paper round?
Yeah. Well, Lord Beaverbrook started a paper round. Look where he finished up.
Ah, yes, but he was only a young lad, though, when he started.
Age, Michael, it's all in the mind.
Is it? It's in my bloody legs, too. And in my back.
Nothing ventured, eh?
Yeah. Well, that's what they say.
I don't know why I didn't start on it years ago. It was my education held me back.
The lack of it, you mean?
Well, that too, yeah. So I never had chance at university.
You don't need university to do a paper round.
That's just a start, Mark. Remember, even a 1,000-mile journey begins with a single step.
Who's that, Shakespeare?
Either him or me.
Most probably him. He wrote about most things. Fate shapes our ends, rough hew them as we may.
Shakespeare?
Very likely. Here's another one. A rose by any other name. I still got thorns.
That's poetry, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's born round here in Stratford, wasn't he?
Stratford East. Local lad.
Just down the road, isn't it? I see a play of his once on the telly. Good story about a mad prince.
Hamlet.
Who?
The cigar fella.
That's the one, yeah. See, he comes home off of his holidays in Denmark to find that his uncle's poisoned his father, who's the king, and is now having a way with his mum, who's the queen. Very nice, I'm sure. No wonder that lad went mad, wouldn't you? I mean, how would Prince Charles like it, eh? If he come home from his polo, find his dad, the Duke of Edinburgh, with a dose of arsenic and hero. And his mum, Her Majesty the Queen, having her way with his murderer. And of course she wouldn't, she's above that sort of thing. But just shows you the dangers of your permissible society.
Oh, you've got your poetry there.
Yeah?
It's coming out of you.
Yeah. Do you think that'd been any help with the paper round?
Well, it couldn't do no harm, could it? I mean, you take Rupert Murdoch. He has your poetry. And your Getty. And your Grade.
Lord Grade.
Lord Grade, yes. They all had the poetry. Everybody who was anybody in this country, from your professors at your university right up to your captains of industry, all had the poetry, have read your Shakespeare. So there must be something about business in it. To be or not to be. Now, that must be about something. Tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow.
Yeah, well, that's about business, isn't it? British business. Never do today what you can put off until tomorrow.
Shakespeare.
Yeah. And he was born round here.
Local lad.
Blimey, he knew a thing or two, didn't he, eh? Woo-hoo. All these books. Bloody waste. I mean, who reads them? Hey,
Yes,
I'm looking for the Shakespeare. Do you know where it is?
the pub or the poet?
The poet for now. I do me drinking in the Lord Tennyson.
Which Shakespeare do you want?
Well, how many are there? I only thought there was one.
I meant, which play do you want?
What, you mean, like, what story?
If you like.
Well, I don't want the Hamlet. I've already seen that. Anything to do with paper rounds?
Eh?
Like, so entrepreneurialism, you know, anything like that. Not so much with the poetry, more to do with getting on.
Do you want to do it yourself book?
Did he write some of those?
Well, how about the collected works?
Is that by him?
Seems to be out.
Who's got it?
I can't disclose that information.
Give me that here. So, Mr. Carey, he's got it. He lives down our street. He's a window cleaner.
Oh, he's had it over a year. I call that overdue.
Right. Get out. Bloody way. No, I've got a flair for this entrepreneurialism lot. I should have gone into business years ago. I don't know why I didn't. I mean, look at old Mr. Carey's business. I mean, it was only a small business when he started out.
Oh, it's still a small business.
He offered you a part-time job, didn't he,
Yeah,
Alf?
part-time's no good to me, Michael.
Well, what's this paper round going to be then? It's only a morning job.
Yeah, but there's room to expand with it. I mean, all right, I've only got 40 houses to start with, but I can turn that into 60 houses, 100 houses.
1,000 houses, 2,000 houses. The ideas he gets. Be lucky he does too, the speed he walks.
Besides, see, I was old Mr. Carey's foreman in the old days, see. He was under me. Well, if I worked for him, I couldn't very well be under him, could I? What you call your protocol, you see?
Oh, you've got to watch the protocol.
You can't reverse the order.
No, you can't reverse that.
Won't work.
It wouldn't work.
Wouldn't be fair to him, see. I mean, after all them years as his master, well, he'd be embarrassed, see. I mean, I was very important in his life. I was the one who, well, it was me who sacked people in them days. And took them on. You see, men wanting work, they had to come to me and I had to look them up and down, weigh up the pros and cons. They had to form a circle around me, see, and I stood on a box in the middle and then I'd look at them. I'd run my eye over them. And then I'd nod to the ones I wanted. You. You. And the others, I just look at them, see? And they knew I wasn't going to give them a job, not unless we was very short-handed, desperate like.
Or he bugged them a few, Bob.
And you could stand there on your governor's little box and take pleasure in not giving those men a job. Little working-class Hitler.
Lord, I was too idle, too union. God blimey. There's good old days, they was. God blimey, I was almost Lord Vestey's right-hand man in them days.
Oh, and who was Lord Vestey when he was out?
Who was Lord Vestey?
Yeah.
I only owned half the docks, that's all. Shipping lines, warehouses, meat packaging plants. She wants to know who Lord Vestey was.
Friend of yours, wasn't he, Alf?
I knew...
Friend of Mr. Garnett.
I knew...
Mr. Garnett had friends in very high places in the old days.
I knew...
Didn't you?
I knew...
Mr. Garnett.
I knew Lord Vestey and he knew me. Like that we was.
With him on top.
He said to me that I was the son he wished he'd had, because his own son didn't turn out too well, you see.
Oh, shame.
Wasn't what he wanted. Alfie said, I want you down at head office. We need you there, but if I take you out of my docks, who can I trust to run them? He used to get out of his Rolls Royce, see, and he'd come straight over to me. Alfie'd say, roll us a fag, go on. Well, he smoked cigars himself, you see, but he preferred my roll-ups. You're the only man here I can talk to, he said. And you know what? He never once mentioned his money or let his money come between us.
Or anywhere near you. Cheers.
What are you doing here?
I brought you some sandwiches and to get our paper.
I'm delivering the paper that has to go through the letterbox.
Oh, look, today, not tomorrow.
Bloody street's not here. Morning, Squire. All right? Yeah, I didn't disturb you nothing, did I? Didn't wake you up, did I?
Was that you making all that racket on my door?
Yeah, well, I thought I'd better knock a bit loud, see, in case you was asleep. Honey, I've got a bit of a problem here. See that? Can you tell me where Whittaker Road is, or any of these streets? You know, I've got all these papers to deliver, you see.
Sod off!
And sod you too, mate! Fix him. I'll fix him.
Come on. Really don't see that with you. Whoa! Go on. That's what it is. Right.
Oi! Oi! What's your game?
What's my game?
I thought my brakes had gone wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Now, come on, off.
Off?
Off!
Don't you tell me off, mate. I'm warning. Ow! Ow! Oh, God! Ow!
Calm down. Yeah, I've got that. Come on. Yeah, I've got you.
I can't.
Hey! Well, the bloke was slagging me off down at West Ham on Saturday.
No.
You know what I ought to do with you?
No, Al, can't swim.
Running up and down the touchline, giving me all that abuse.
What happened? What's he doing in the pool?
His wheelchair come down the hill out of control.
Oh, my God, the poor man.
What poor man? He's a fake.
It's you. It's him. He plays for West Ham. It's that... Kiss your hand. Hand. I'm dressed.
Fake. Bleeding fake.
Come on.
Don't worry about fake. Get him out of the water. Come on. Keep coming. That's it. That's it. That's it. Bit more. He done halfway, didn't he? Yeah, come on, bit more. That's it.
Oh, good.
Yeah, lay down. Mind your head. Mind your head.
Lay down, Mr. Murray. My glasses.
Yeah, I've got your glasses. Don't worry. Yeah. Here, move his arms. Get the water out of him.
Get out of
Lay
the
him
arms.
down.
What are you talking about?
You've got to get
Brandy.
the water out.
I want brandy.
Don't
I was just giving you a bit of advice on Saturday. I mean, blimey, you can take a bit of criticism, can't you?
Criticism? What you were shouting at was racial abuse.
No, God blimey, you're not racist, not down at West End.
You called
no,
me...
No, heat of the moment, mate.
Heat of the moment? You were slagging me off all afternoon. Get your finger out, Sambo. What daft bugger paid $1 million for that darkie?
Oh, no offence, man. None took, I hope. Oh, blimey, you're a good little player. Scored a goal, could have had more if you heeded the advice being given you. I mean, Bobby Moore was just listening to my advice, but blimey, nothing racist down at West Ham. I mean, blimey, we've had coons at West Ham for years. We're the first club to give you coons a game, it was.
How nice. How generous.
Do you ever listen to what you're saying, Mr. Garnett?
Listen, I know what I'm saying, mate. I don't have to listen.
Yeah, I wish I didn't have to either.
I mean, you're in this lad's house, knocking back his booze, and you're insulting the man.
Who is?
And his missus.
Who is? Have I insulted you, John John?
Yes.
Have I insulted you, Mrs. John John? Have I said a word out of place? God blimey, he's my biggest fan, he is. Plays for my club. He is a guest in my country, and I respect him.
I was born here.
Well, your dad is a guest then.
He was born here.
All right, your granddad.
He was born here.
Hey, well, welcome then. Make yourself at home. I mean, we was the first club to bring you lot over, we was. I mean, old Reg Pratt, God rest his soul, chairman of West Ham, he brought you lot over. Never mind giving them football boots we used to yell out, just lace their toes together and put them out there.
To lace up his mouth.
Yeah. Where be going? I bet you wish you wasn't. Oh.
Yeah.
You know your trouble, Mr. Garnett? Your brains are the wrong end of your body. But never mind, I've got a present for you.
What's that?
A subscription to euthanasia.
Here, put that on my tab.
Right. Here, listen, don't take no notice of him. He is just the result of a Tory education. Now, come on, Mr. Garnett, you've had enough. Come on.
Come on in. Thanks. Come on, you irons. Here. Did you get this house off of West Ham? Blimey, look after you, don't we, eh? See, I don't want to knock 'em, good little club in a way, but why don't the directors buy us some decent players, eh? Present company accepted, of course. I mean, they say they can't afford it.
Well, football is very expensive these days, mate, and so is brandy.
No, you cost us $1 million, didn't you?
No,
Well, something like that.
nothing like that.
Oh, well, perhaps you're not worth $1 million. That's not my point. See, what I'm saying is, I mean, look at your Liverpool, right? Now, they're supposed to be so poor up there, but if they're so bloody poor, how is it they can afford two of your most expensive football teams in the country, eh? If they're so bloody poor, how can they afford all them star players?
I don't know, but I'm sure you're going to tell us.
It's your welfare, my dear. Your welfare's paying, isn't it?
Your welfare's paying your players' wages. How'd you work that out?
Look, all right, some of them pick up the welfare straight down the bookies, right? But a lot more...
Oh, leave it out,
Never
mate.
mind leave it out. A lot more of it goes through the turnstiles of football. I mean, they're playing 3 times a week up there. They're both clubs. Hey, where's the money coming from, eh? The ground is packed to the bloody rafters, they are. And, I mean, none of them working. The old town's on a bloody dole. So where's the money coming from? I'll tell you. It's your welfare. Your bloody Liverpool and Everton are being subsidised out of your DSSS. And now we've gone back into Europe. We've got to play against clubs supported by your drug barons.
Eh?
Mind about, hey, look, Italy, poor country, right? As poor as bloody Liverpool. So where do they get the money from to buy your Gaza, eh? £5 million is costing that, and your David Platt, another £5 million. Where's the money coming from, eh? No, I'll tell you where the money's coming. It's your mafia, innit? It's your mafia money. Never mind bloody laughing, missus. I'm telling you facts here, and I mean, what chance have our English clubs got in Europe, and all they are is subsidised out of the DSSS, and playing against clubs supported by your mafia money, innit? Listen. We got a lot of criminals down at West Ham, haven't we?
Yeah, we got a lot of nutters down there as well, haven't we?
Another point. We got our own criminals. I mean, you see them sitting up there in the stands. Well-known faces in the underworld. So why don't they go out and pull a few jobs and give the money to West Ham, eh? Answer me that. Eh? Call themselves bloody fans. And another thing, you take your cricket. Now, you lot have learnt to play that quite well. Oh, thanks so much, love. Very nice of you. Oh,
Yeah, mate.
Ow.
Some of those bananas you've been throwing at me.
Here, just me. It's only a joke, mate. No thanks.
Don't worry, no offence taken.
Oh, not again! Ow! Ow! Not again!
Where have you been?
Newcastle! Bloody Newcastle!